Hello, I'm Songju Park, Emeritus Professor of KAIST Business School in Seoul, Korea. Today, I will talk about how South Korea successfully controlled COVID-19 and its implications for the future business. What is COVID-19? It is caused by crown-shaped novel respiratory virus. It is one of the coronavirus diseases. We had SARS in 2003, MERS in 2015, and now SARS-2 or COVID-19. Fatalities are different. For SARS, it was 9.7%, MERS 34%, and COVID-19 2 to 3%. That means COVID-19 is less fatal, but it has higher transmissibility. The biggest threat of COVID-19, however, is asymptomatic infection. That means many people show no symptoms but infect others. There's no vaccine available yet, but we have scientific guidelines of three things: social distancing, hand washing, and wearing face mask.
What's happening in the world? We have more than 50 million cases in the world. The United States is the top with more than 10 million, followed by India, Brazil, France, and South Korea is one of the lowest.
Total COVID-19 deaths is more than 1.26 million and increasing rapidly throughout the whole world.
This is quite interesting figure. Mortality by country by Federation of American Scientists. It shows deaths per million capita. As you can see, the United States has 649, followed by Sweden 570, and South Korea is 8. That means US mortality is nearly double than EU, 5 times higher than Germany, 75 times higher than South Korea. So what happened here?
What has South Korea done? It is simple. Just followed guidelines as a nation and learned from the past. Korea made many mistakes before. Very slow, uncoordinated control towers. So new public health policy is to provide fast testing, expensive tracing, and mandatory isolation. Also, authorities could build transparency, trust, and confidence. Koreans put scientists first and had daily briefings and prioritized public health over privacy and shared anonymized information of where and when without name. There was no nationwide lockdowns and keep open country and economy. Let me talk about specific success factors. As I mentioned, Korea learned from the past crisis and established legal and institutional foundations like Infectious Disease Control and Prevention Act, and Korea Disease Control and Prevention Agency, KCDA. Leadership and fast action is another important success factor. KCDA is the central authority of the country, and they provided transparent daily briefings by commissioner. She is MD and scientist. Collaboration partnership is another factor, which could develop test kits fast, and collaboration as company training facilities are used as temporary isolation facilities. There are some innovations as well, like working drive-through test stations. Surveillance capability is another success factor, including ICT infra, smartphone, CCTV, credit card use, GPS, AI, and big data. There's COVID detective squad as well, which trace every cases. Koreans have public compliance as well. People trust KCDA scientists and prioritize public health and follow KCDA guidelines. Another important factor is national healthcare system. Korea has universal coverage national health insurance, which provides free COVID-19 tests and treatments, even including foreign visitors. There are underlying social and cultural foundations as well. High ICT penetrations and surveillance technology infra are very important. Korea has almost 100% household internet access and high penetration of smartphones, GPS, CCTV, credit card uses. Korea is very much relationship-oriented collectivism society. People say more we than I. And Korea has community-first mentality. There are survival instincts as well. Koreans learn from the past crises, like Korean War, which led to pali-pali behavior, fast behavior. Another foundation, cultural foundation, is aspiration spirit. Koreans had hungry spirit, which actually led from poor to rich, and also has global first-class spirit, as demonstrated by Samsung and other companies as well. This spirit made Korea fairly succeeded in democracy and economy. Impact of COVID-19 to future business. I don't know for sure, but it's my speculation. I divide it into two: before COVID vaccine and after COVID vaccine. Before, the impacts to business may be temporary, but still it will be catastrophic, severe in small businesses and vulnerable industries. especially disruptions in hospitality industry, hotel, restaurants, travel. What is happening to cruise travel, Caribbean countries? As you can see in the picture, luxury cruise ships are dismantled in a port yard in Turkey. After COVID vaccine, we'll face inevitable changes which will lead to new normal era. In business schools, crisis and risk management education will be very important. We'll see deglobalization, which will drive companies to diversify supply chains. There will be new opportunities at the same time. Biotech companies, untapped businesses with enhanced ICT, AI, VR, and AR. Hygiene industry. A small example is a venture company, Clearwind, which produces ultraviolet sterilizing device so that people can hold handrail safely, and there will be proliferation of virtual organizations. After the COVID-19, there will be many virtual organizations, virtual corporation, virtual government, virtual school, virtual shop, with extensive digitalization. Not only digitalization of information, but also digitalization of work, meetings, decisions, and even thinking. The new normal of work will be hybrid model of work, online and offline, which is a blending of offline face-to-face and online asynchronous online and synchronous real-time online, which means it attains online efficiency and offline effectiveness, since face-to-face meeting is very essential for creativity and innovation. We can think about hub and spoke distributed model of works. Hub is for face-to-face meeting, like weekly meetings, teamwork at one place. And spoke is for online remote work, like solo task work at home. We will need fully equipped online workstations for easy and comfortable remote work, with full communication capabilities in 3D, VR, AR, and smartphone. I think COVID-19 is a great disruption that changes everything: work, business, and life. Work change, there will be more homestay with flex time work. Business change, there will be virtual organizations with hub-spoke system, which will essentially lead to the acceleration of the fourth industrial revolution. Life change, there will be untapped culture doing alone, which will change work-life balance. and we'll see loss of social life, which will cause loneliness and solitude. There will be also deepening polarizations in economy, society, and world. There exist perils of surveillance in the future as well. Privacy versus public safety. I think Koreans made good decision because no one has the right and freedom to infect diseases to other people. What happened to the earth? After coronavirus, it became much quieter and cleaner. Then is it nature's blessing, cursing, or warning?
Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup. Muchas gracias. 감사합니다.